Do you have a Fishell paddle that has leather wrap on it, but maybe it's starting to stretch out a bunch? Get some gapping in it? Well, this is the video where you're going to learn how to re-stretch your leather wrap onto the paddle and re-tack it in place. Step, we're going to take a razor blade and we're going to actually cut a very small amount of leather around the brass tack at the top end of the paddle, the side closest to the grip. We don't ever want to remove the tack or the leather from the other side. Now we're going to grab our hammer and we're going to pull this brass tack straight up and out. We don't want to bend the tack because our goal is to reuse it. It should come out pretty easily. All right, next we're going to grab any kind of wood glue we might have lying around. And we're going to put a little bit on our finger and we're just going to shove it into that old hole. It's near impossible to actually reuse the holes. If you can, good luck, but I've never had the ability to do it. So we're going to add a new hole. You can even take a toothpick and shove it into that hole as well after you've added wood glue. So now we're going to take the end of that leather, the very, very tip of it, and we're going to put it into some kind of clamp system. For me, I've got a vise. I find it the easiest if you have one. Spin the paddle all the way out until we have one full wrap around the paddle. And now we're going to start re-stretching it and reworking it back around the shaft. Notice how I'm actually like wiggling the paddle back and forth, left, right, left, right. What I'm trying to do is take that edge of the leather and butt it up right up next to itself, making sure there's no gapping. If anything, we want to have a little bit of overlap, but I guess a better term for it would be bumps, like little baby bumps. Because we're going to be able to take a hammer and pound those out after everything's stretched on. Once you finish stretching on the leather, well, we have to keep it under tension. And the way we avoid it from popping off is my right hand here is just holding it under tension with a little bit of a twist. So now I'm going to rework my body and hand positioning a bit so that I can grab my brass tack. And I'm going to press that really firmly using my fingers right into the spot where I want the leather to finish and stop. It would definitely be a lot easier doing it from the top and pounding with the hammer down into the vise. But I wanted to maximize the length on this, so I'm going into the side of the paddle instead. So now I'm going to take a razor blade, and I'm going to cut off any of that excess leather I have at the top. So you can see the old tan marks in the cherry wood on the paddle, just under my left thumb there. That's how much shorter this piece of leather now is. Then the final razor blade touch-up. And now we're going to do a feel test and see if we have any lumps and bumps. Yep, it looks like we do. So I'm going to grab my hammer. And I'm just going to lightly pound those bumps out. Notice how I'm doing this in the air versus against an object. This is how we avoid damaging the paddle or even the leather. It's just enough pressure from the hammer that it releases all of those bumps. Well, and there you have it. A re-stretched on leather wrap. Now it's time to go put a little bit of wax on it.
Next step we're going to do is we're going to apply mink oil to the leather strap. The best part about mink oil is that it doesn't have any dyes or coloring in it. It's just kind of like a straight golden hue, very similar to like a varnish, except it's more of a wax material. It's going to waterproof the leather. We're going to apply it just with our hands and really, really work it in and spend some time doing that. Check it out.
So I'm going to take a dollop sized blob of mink oil, and I'm just going to put it directly on the leather, and I'm going to just take my hands and start working it in really well. Take your time. The more you use pressure and work it into the leather, the better for the leather.
Well, that's all it takes. Very little amount. And I applied majority of it with a glove on just because I didn't want to get my hands super sticky, but it doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt you to just go with it with your hands. And now we're going to let that just kind of sit and relax for at least 24 hours so that we can get it to harden up in the leather. So it stays inside and we don't just end up getting it wet right away and then it's just releasing all those oils and waxes.